The scoreboard as we resume action. Ready, looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Underneath to his tight end, Wilson. Yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
It's a turnover on
Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance.
Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Hello, everybody. Alongside Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, let's dive right in. What are you looking forward to in this one?
Yeah, just about everything, Kate. But these are two such evenly matched teams. You and I know there's going to be 2, 3, 4 plays in this game that will likely define the outcome. That is the beauty of the NFL each and every weekend. Each and every Thursday and Sunday and Monday night, they come down to a couple plays. Who will they be? What will they be? When will they be? Tune in and watch.
At their own 22-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. First play is a design run. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
All set to go now from the 35. Rodgers going to throw on 1st. Bails out of the pocket quick. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Wanted to fit that one into Davante Adams. So it's 2nd down coming up. Oh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. Not sure why they'd want to keep a rush for no gain, but that's what we just saw, Brock. They've declined a penalty.
You know, Kate, there's times as a parent, right, you want to teach your kids some tough lessons, but I don't think I've ever seen that on a professional football field.
Rodgers throwing again on 2nd. Broncos all around him, and down he goes. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 9 yards. And it's 3rd
First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Wow, not a chance at all as he is met at the line on this one. That's going to be 4th and very long. So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here. Here we go. 4th down with Rodgers. Escapes the pocket. Going back across his body here. Left side. Wow, all the way across the field, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Well, we all know this is a player who's proven that he can weather an early setback and soldier on. That's going to be tested again after his first series ends in an interception.
Yeah, that's right, Kate. You don't get mentioned as one of the league's better passers if you can't shake off an early turnover. Now, his defense got to pick him up.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Darnold with it on 3rd and short. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Looking quickly here. Before they can run a play on 4th down, we have a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. All right, here's one of our game's first big risks. The offense lining up to go for it on their own side. Now Darnold, 4th down. Throw left side, complete. And unsurprisingly, Brock, he's not going to get the first here. Still failing to see the thinking behind that one as they turn it over on downs. First down throw here by Rodgers. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
On the move, hit it right. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
I think more than ever, QBs today are so good at doing this, Kate, buying himself enough time and actually finding a target downfield. Just this time, he couldn't quite make that connection.
Enough to Gibbs from the gun. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and goal. He's got it. It's in close. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. From the gun, Darnold. Complete out to the right side. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
A gain of 4.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll be right back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They start with 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. So 20 yards on that play. And it's going to be first down Denver.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Throwing on first, here's Darnold. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down could be so demoralizing to that defense.
He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Up to the ground by Nick Emanwari. Now, not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More for Mile High in just a moment. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. They give it to him again. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. With a quick pass out wide. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos earn the chance to tie before halftime. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Rodgers from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. He just throws this one away.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
This is Gibbs on second down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
A gain of 1 brings up third down.
Third and long for him here. Headed out right. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
And his return's going to leave him enough time for 2, maybe even 3 plays before the half.
At their own 12-yard line.
They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Here's Darnold. Short pass brought in. Pushing it up past the 30. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New set of downs for him from the 31. First and 10, Darnold. Escapes out to the left. And he runs out of bounds a yard or 2 behind the line. Couldn't get all the way back. That's going to count as a sack.
You know, Kate, that's one of those situations where the game just, I think, speeds up on the QB a little bit. He doesn't flip it out of bounds before he goes out. It's going to end up as a sack on the stat sheet for the defense, and they earned it with effort, chasing him all the way to the sidelines.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Packers will start with it in the 4th after an interception to end the quarter. Well, we both saw what he was doing, Brock, trying to work the sideline there, but I don't think he ever saw the corner sitting back and just waiting to break on that throw.
And that's what the good ones do. They use the sideline to their advantage. It really becomes the 12th defender on the field. The elite corners in this league, they'll play to it. They'll bait those quarterbacks to making that throw, and then they'll close fast and take that ball away.
Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play.
He was brought down at the 26.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Another Broncos first down.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back...
And the extra point is no good, so potentially a key talent kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Starting this drive with a design run. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. This time he's looking to throw. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. And dose of the hurry up here.
And the Packers, 1st down.
1st down. Here's Rodgers. To the left side and wheeled in by Wilson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Now he takes it, and out he goes on the final play of the quarter. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Packers football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They draw it up for him. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. Offense to the line fast.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The Packers take their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. Chased out to his right. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. 1st and 10 from the 43. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's brought down after a gain of about 6 inside the 40.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Big man showing up the yards. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos go up by 12 in the 4th.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field with the route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead.
Packers 7.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. They'll take this at the 10. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Forced out to his right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively. defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
And this one is launched downfield. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on third downs. Right? They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on fourth down. Put the body on the line for his team. How about 19 yards on fourth down, partner? And the call to go for it pays off.
First down. A gain of
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Packers losing by 14. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down. Again, Rodgers escapes the pocket. This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You've got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers now within 1 score in the fourth. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Packers 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Running it now out of the gun. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to take this one into enemy territory with a gain of 7. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its second.
8 yards.
And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Brings up second and
Well, that
2.
doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Handoff on second and short. And this one is over. He's got the Broncos the first down, and that should just about button up this victory.
A gain of 17
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Handoff to the back. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Give him a few yards on that run. It's second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Here's the handoff. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up first and goal. So to the side of me, mile-high salutes throughout the building. It's a win at home for the Broncos. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.